been doing the Helix, and I'm a big fan of the Line 6 Helix. Like it's one of the things of the spider amp and concept is cool, but like any sort of like hardcore fan base, if the fan base is shitty, then the product becomes shitty. And because Line 6, the only thing that really they have their name beforehand was the Spider.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, here's a cheap amp that does basically anything, but like, all right.
Yeah, and then so now the Helix is like, hey, if you can learn a new DAW and a cool new setup, you don't ever have to buy gear again.
Yeah.
and it works. Like it truly works.
I've never played one, but like just seeing that, and I'm like,
it's nuts, man.
I could not have a pedal board. I already don't have a pedal board, so
I mean, it does everything for you.
Yeah.
And so it's like because like there's times where John's just like we played shows like when we played with Electric Airways, he's like, okay, for like I mean he's gotten to the point to where now he goes into he takes isolated guitar tracks, puts them into his Helix, and goes into look at like the sonic format of like how the wave goes and everything like that. He looks at it and then he just sets his preset that he makes himself and programs himself. He's like, okay, with the Helix, it's like John's gone in and like taken guitar tracks. I saw him do it with like Interstate Love Song because he's a big Stone Temple Pilots fan, and he's like just copied as much as he can with just minus the fact of he doesn't have the same hands. And so like you can, I mean, to the point where now it's like when he plays it, I can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Like between the track and that, it's like if you can just learn it and you know what you're doing, it's you don't even have to bring an amp. You just plug it in and go through front of the house.
Right.
You don't have to have an amp. It does everything for you.
Yeah. I'm not a real big tone guy, anyways. Like I'm not a guitarist.
Yeah, no. And as a bass player, I've always been so plug and play. Like I own within the last like year, I bought my first like pedal for myself, and it was a compressor, just so I could play that on a 210 because that thing is loud and those pickups are hot.
What is that thing?
That's a
audio podcast.
Yeah, audio podcast. Look at the visual. No, it's my sub 4-string. Like it's essentially the easiest way to say it is it's Music Man's Squire, but they're cheap and they sound great. They have a very specific sound. As opposed to like my other bass, which also has a very specific sound. But you get the cool, big, huge soap bar pickup, and you don't have to spend $4,000 on a Stingray. Like I think the model that thing's modeled after like was on sale for $1,500, and I bought that for I think $320.
Okay.
And the difference is more machine than hands touched it. And it was assembled in, I think, it might be Indonesia, but that's like a lot of guitars. So, but no, it's great. I love that thing. I use it so I don't have to bring my Rickenbacker everywhere.
Yeah.
So if I go play like a crappy area of town, I don't want to lose my expensive rare instrument as opposed to like, oh, I can find another one.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Anytime I see a Rickenbacker somewhere, I'm like, oh, jeez. Like, please be careful.
Yeah. Exactly. And I love that bass. And, like, I'm now to the point to where the only thing that's downside on a Rickenbacker is I don't like that it's a through neck anymore. I love the sound of, like, through necks. And I love how, because they're super poppy. They're super loud because it's all one piece. It all holds everything together.
Yeah.
But I also, if that neck, if something ever horrible happens to that neck, I have a $1,600 paperweight. Yeah. As opposed to, I can just pop that thing off and put a new one on there. So. Yeah. That's that.
I mean, I don't know if, you know Sam.
Yeah. Yeah. I talked to him a few weeks ago when I saw you at the school.
Yeah.
When they just like let me walk right on up there.
Yeah, well, you probably shouldn't have been able to do that. People know you, it's fine. Yeah. But I mean, I wonder if he's ever worked on through neck.
I'm sure he has.
Yeah. He'll like post pictures on his Instagram about stuff that he's fixing.
I look at all of it. I look at all of it. I love Than's Instagram.
Yeah.
And all his handbook guitars. I'm like, thank you for building something that's like interesting to look at.
Yeah.
That's my biggest complaint with guitars now. I even said if I ever owned a guitar center, there'd be like 5 guitars on the wall.
Right. Yeah.
There's only like 5 that look good to me. I wouldn't have like any Stratocasters because I don't like them.
Really?
I'm not a fan. Like, I know they can do everything and their necks are great. I think, like, because they look all the same, they're really boring to me.
Yeah.
I like the Telecaster because it looks a little bit different and it does the same thing. Like, granted, like, that's just a Fender P-bass body with a different pickup. But it sounds different. It's like the teardrop makes it look a little different. The neck's fatter.
It's a nice color.
It's a nice color. I wish it was a little bit darker, but instead of mint, I wanted it more seafoam. But it's different. And it's the same reason about the Rickenbacker is it's specific sound. It looks different. I have that. I'm aesthetics. It's not good to have, but aesthetics first and then tone.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's like. I'm not a tone guy.
Yeah.
So, like,
you have to like what
my Strat has a rosewood neck because I like the darker look.
Yeah. I bought the maple neck because I was like, I have rosewood on everything. And I like that look too. But the other model was like, the two other models that were there, which normally I'm big on just like wood finish. I'm big on just wood finish.
Yeah.
Like if all my things were like walnut, maple, I would love it. Or even just blonde. But I bought the maple neck specifically because the other one was like a darker blue, but it still had the wood grain. But it was rosewood neck. The other one was like a dark wood and a rosewood neck. And I wanted the maple because it's a little bit more poppy. Doesn't like soften it too much. And so I got
idea.
It's almost unrecognizable.
Right.
But it's just like if I wanted something that like when I played it, you could hear it. That was the goal. And so I got an active pickup, a big pickup, and like as much maple as I could.
Yeah. All right. Well, so for people to stop tuning out on the incredibly specific guitar talk that people don't know about, what have you been up to? It's been like 2 years since you've been on the podcast.
Yeah, we were
almost 2 years.
We were at Tokyo and Tulsa last time in that hotel.
Yeah.
By my old house. Yeah, no, I don't think I was even dating Melissa at that point. No, Crash Course. Got out the album and all that stuff. Did all that stuff. Got it all done. Started the second project and bit off a little bit more than I could chew with it, but in a good way. Like if you're not afraid of what you're making, then
right.
probably not where you should be.
Yeah. Or that you love what you're making.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a lot, but I'm excited.
Yeah. No. What was originally going to be like, and I'll clear the air on titles because some people don't get that I'm doing a new band setup technically. And we're still debating on like, do we call it, because the band name that John and I came up with was Balefire because of Wheel of Time, because we're both fans. And then, so Balefire being the band with me, Zach says, one of my other guitar players says, I think we should just call it Metroid Myk because you already have the groundwork. And then I have John and my other guys who like, I want to make sure that they get credit because like it would just be another chiptune album if I didn't have like all these amazing musicians behind me.
Right.
And I want to make sure that they feel like they're a part of it. And so I was like, okay, a band name kind of like, yes, I'm in this. It's like, because I'm not Marilyn Manson, It's like I don't have this. I'm not a Rob Zombie. I'm not big enough to be like, the band's or Danzig's like, this is my thing, so it's me, and like they're there.
Yeah.
I want to make sure they feel a part of it, which is my big goal. And like some people said, you should change the name and just be part of it. Metroid should just be the solo stuff. Blah 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 blah. Long story short, it went from being like I wrote another fun story to make a fun album to. It was just going to do a single Game Boy thing and have it be like fun, kind of like old Nintendo-y like sound stuff and like make it sound like kind of like Gauntlet, something fun.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, fantasy's like, it's fun, like 5-minute, 7-minute songs a piece just for fun with like kind of classically stuff and just kind of mess with like arpeggios and do that.
Right.
To it became a whole idea of a sword and sorcery pushed to the point of satire stage show with a fully voice acted script.
Oh man.
And like all my guys that I have in the band are all these specific characters, and like we're this like band of gods like playing the music to this story that's happened to these characters that I made, which is all based off of a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I played with my friends that we wrote and played and did in one night. And
man, a whole campaign in a night.
I mean, it was about probably like 8 hours, which is like a D&D day, but like 8 hours of like from we got there, our DM Porter, who's creative as hell, got there, and he's very much like, okay, this happens, this happens, this happens, this happens, this happens. Okay, let's go, and we'll figure it out as we go. Yeah, he's very good at that, and that's why he plays. When we eventually get around to recording the voice acting, that's why he's my narrator. Is because, and the narrator is like this kind of like sarcastic jerk of a narrator who's trying to be this narrator, and it's fourth wall breaky without being like too annoying about. I think too annoying about it because fourth wall comedy eventually kind of gets old to me after a while. But so we decided to work on that to be in the like this fun over the top metal show, kind of like Gwar, but with its own thing. Yeah. I got married. Yes. And I couldn't be happier about that because she's great.
That was the dog. That was literally
the dog. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for farting on the podcast. Oh, no. Is this the first podcast fart? Is this the first fart of the podcast? 118 episodes and you got a fart on there?
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, we did it.
But it's not it's not a human fart, so that's good, I guess.
I guess, yeah. I got married. You guys were there at the wedding. Yeah. You, Sable, and Megan, everybody were there. It was quick, easy, simple. Lots of pie.
There was lots of pie. I had too much pie that day.
Good.
Not good.
I wanted everyone to take it home. Did that. Obviously, I moved down to the city because I got married. Instead of being in Tulsa, I got a job working for the lottery. And that's been fun. I like that I get to work pretty much by myself 99% of the time. I'm just me in a car. Yeah. It's like, all right, I don't have to
bother anyone or be bothered by anyone.
Yeah, pretty much. And then just writing. Like a lot of writing. I pop in and out of writing the serious fantasy book that me and my friend John Paul have been writing, which has the made-up word that I misread that I made into my own word.
What?
Oh, since we talked about it before, since I have big problems with dyslexia and stuff like that, a lot of times I'll read something and like I see it and I'm like, oh, okay, that says this, when it's like, no, not at all. Yeah. And I misread a word by looking at it, and I thought it said, it was amnesia was the word. I can say that, but I read it either misspelled or my brain just added letters to a letter to it, and in my head, because I have trouble like sight reading, it's because novels and stuff like that suck, so I have to like just do things with web pages and everything. That's why I love touch screens. That's why I like iPhone. I can sit here and just zoom in and out and be like, this says this. Okay. Yeah. But it's amnesias was the word that I thought it said, which was a term, because I was looking for terms for like a dreamscape, and amnesia was the word that came up, kind of set up roundabout way. And so I was like, okay, I just made this up as a word, and I'm just going to like own it and take it for what it is. And if anyone disagrees with me, well, it's like, well, Shakespeare made up words, and I still like his stuff. Yeah. So,
I mean, amnesias sounds like another Bible character.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's been a fun story to. It's essentially how I've been doing it is, if I post all this stuff to my Instagram, so, which is just Metroyd Myk. I post like snippets of, after I'm done writing for a while, I'll take like a few paragraphs and post it there, and I go into my photo editor and I make some weird art that's kind of relative to what's going on, so it like looks different, and then I'll make a post and then slather it in hashtags, and then a bunch of bots will comment on it that mean nothing. Right. I've gotten like 2 people be like, no, this is really good, and I've responded with, I don't know if you're a robot or real, but either way, thank you. And they're like, no, I'm real. It's like, thank you. That's all I want.
Exactly what a bot would say.
But no, I've been posting that, and that's been a fun story, which once again, much like Heart of the Juggernaut, was a story that came to mind when I was in a fit of anxiety, and I just texted a whole bunch of dream ideas to my friend John Paul, and he just kind of like kept them all together and was like, okay, cool, so what you sent me was this, now go write that because that's really cool. And I had the same thing for another story that we've had on the back burner for a while, which was tentatively we called Bushido, which is another story but with a female lead. But I have a big problem of all my stories kind of run together in this same theming. And it's led to me being like, I must have a big problem with like overbearing churches because all my stuff involves killing some sort of god. Some like And This Ice of Kings involves a man who wants to get rid of all gods, but like gods in the sense of these gods I'm putting in are tangible. Like he can see them and talk to them, and it's not like there's like two that are like going to be like the big things, but it's like Gandalf to Frodo,
right?
You know what I mean? It's that kind of Gandalf is technically like just like a step below an angel or at an angel, and not a god per se, but you know that kind of thing.
Gandalf the White, pretty much is
like an angel, but like, and then so it's like God Gandalf, but like, or technically, if we're gonna get real technical, because there's Lord of the Rings fans on there that would like read me for this.
There's a lot of plot layers.
It's like three. It's like God, which is Iluvatar, and then it's like I think it's the Maiar. I haven't read the Silmarillion because I never read a textbook for fun. It's like the Maiar, and then those all have created the beings below, which I believe is where Gandalf the Grey is in there, and then he steps up to a Maiar. But I think something like that. Something like that. They're tangible gods is the point. Yeah. You can see them and like interact with them, and then. Bushido was another panic attack thing. I seem to write a lot of get my weird ideas when I'm in states of anxiety.
Whatever helps.
Yeah, whatever works is I'm having a heart attack, right? But it's that was like another story of I wanted and I have a ringer. I have a thing about making my main characters just be put through the ringer, like just all this. Which I mean, like you want to give your main character strife, but like I mean. Like, they get nothing from me. Like, nothing. I think that's just because of my own upbringing. I had to, like, work for a lot of what I wanted. But it's, like, she loses her husband, and it's, like a feudal-esque era of Japan. And then these gods, like, offer her, like, hey, go do this thing, and we'll give you the soul of your husband back, which I think is a fun turn on the other way around. Because I don't get to write too many females. And eventually, in some way, shape, or form, she fails to do what she wants. I think it's because she doesn't want to kill, which for knowing me, it'll probably be children. I have a thing of killing children in my stories, too. But and then a way of being, like, cast out, they'll send her through these worlds, and I want her to like world hop in a like Mega Man level style setup of like she's going to go through these different mythologies and learn these different gods and realize that it's like okay, all this stuff is like one collective thing, and then she's trying to work her way back to kill these gods to get the soul of her husband back. And I thought it'd be fun to have this kind of like just we don't get to see a gritty female samurai, and I thought that'd be cool. Yeah. And so I was like, that sounds fun, and so that's just been on the back burner for like a year and a half to 2 years.
I relate to you a lot in that it's you try to put stories into your music. It's not just music by itself. It's not just stories
I can't do that. I've written some fun stuff before, but then it always comes out like this like 5-second thing to 30-second thing is cool. I don't know what to do with it. It's just going to sit on my GarageBand for like a million years. No, I have to have some sort of narrative, some sort of theme. So I'm like, okay. And I guess that's just the mind of a musician versus the mind of a composer. Yeah. It's what am I telling? What am I? What am I trying to invoke in like this? Because if it's that human connection to music.
Yeah, exactly. And in a way, I mean, hey, getting into the bit depth of things, but
Hey.
Like I watched this Adam Neely video. Do you know about Adam Neely?
I think
Bassist, and he does a bunch of like philosophical.
Oh,
YouTube
Adam!
music.
No, yeah, I know Adam Neely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've looked at a bunch of his stuff. Yeah. I'm bad at names, but yeah, no.
Yeah, he's inspirational to me, not just as a musician, but just like conceptually as a composer.
And he's a bassist.
Yeah, he is a bassist.
How about that?
I'm probably more a bassist than I am a guitarist at this point, but just like a songwriter. I don't know. Like
Yeah. And I mean, he's a Berkeley musician, so
yeah. But like, he talked about like what does music mean.
Yeah.
And so like thinking about that, the music a lot of times is just telling a story. It's communicating something.
Yeah.
And in a way, it is like a language, but language by itself is just a tool. You use the language then to tell the stories. And
it's kind of
communication.
I think I don't know if he still is Fleischhacker still at ACM?
Who?
He was a teacher at ACM. Fleischhacker.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, good. But shots fired. No, he was a really nice guy. I think he and I had very different ideas on how to do music education. I think we just clashed a lot.
Sure.
And he was nice. I never said anything mean about him, and he was a bassist, so I couldn't be like that mad at him. But because I'm prejudiced. But
I mean, as far as I know, Joe's the only bass teacher at ACM.
Oh, well, he's good enough to do all of it. But
Yeah.
But that's, yeah. But I turned a paper in for him, which is the only paper that I really feel like I was like, okay, I got this paper down, because Fleischhacker was very much this like out of the box thinker. So a lot of our papers, if they were weird, they would still get good grades.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of wrapped up. He's like, because he kind of did a similar like topic of like, what is music like to you, and being Asperger's, being dyslexic and stuff like that. Numbers, while I still get them jumbled in my vision and mind, it's still like I like things tangible like numbers. And while it's funny that I write so much now because I've failed almost every English class I've ever been in, but like I was good at math, and since math is so like no 2 + 2 will always equal 4 because Common Core is a lie, but that stuff drives me nuts. But like if I get the words down right, it was is music. It's like music is notes. Notes are pitches. Pitches are math. Math is the language of the universe. Music is math. Math is the universe. Or music is the universe. Music is the language of God. It was something of that thing. And he was like,
Sure.
He was like, huh.
Yeah.
Okay. And he gave me an A on it. I don't feel like I really earned an A.
Right.
But I mean, that's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
Is
waxing philosophical is a stretch, but it's like it's
there
conceptually interesting. So.
Yeah. But so like theming, like I think probably the most two big things for me, like when growing up with music, when I learned that music could be like a story, was like in the Hall of the Mountain King. It's probably like one of my favorite classical pieces ever. And I could probably call it as my favorite classical piece. Because it's got the cool themes. You can hear the tension once you learn the story. That song became like a lot cooler and like a lot bigger. And like Fly the Valkyries, same thing. And like there's just this cool setup to it. And I was like, oh, that's a thing. Okay. And then like that was always kind of in the back of my head. And then when I got really into Coheed and I had all the books, I was like, oh, this is like exactly what I want to do. And so I've just been like pursuing that ever since. And then it just became like, okay, how can I set mine apart? Okay, I'll just make my story a little bit more tangible than a book. I'm just going to put voice acting right on the album.
Right.
So it's like, cool, you spent $15 or $20 on a CD. Here's an entire story for you and your friends to listen to and have fun. And like, it's very like comical and over the top and language and raunchiness because at 13 with what's going on in the world, like, you know all this stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So there's no kids aren't dumb.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, at this point, it almost feels like to me, it almost feels not worth it to just make music.
Yeah.
Like, to make music and tell a story and say something, make people feel something through story and characters or whatever it might be, is a lot more content than just like, here's a fun song, enjoy it.
It's you can hear the heart in something when and like, I'm not gonna, and I'm trying to become better about this because I used to be very like, I mean, I still kind of am, but like, I used to be very, very opinionated on like music genres of XYZ. And like, I listened to it and like, to the point of even like, especially at ACM, and like, once again, I worked with great musicians at ACM, and there's a lot of really, really talented people. But like, specifically, and I have so many friends who are talented and fun and write good songs who work in the indie music scene. I'm very much more appreciative of what it does behind the scenes now. But like, for the longest time, I was like, why do you like this? It's so nothing. It's I listen to this song and all these, and it comes back to that thing of like, I think because maybe it's my brain recognizes patterns too much. It's like this is the same, 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 and these are 4 different bands. You can put them on the same album, and I wouldn't know otherwise. Yeah. And but it's also been kind of fun if I can find a song in a song, like how like Toto's Africa meshes the same as Adele's was that song, like The Other Side or whatever, like Hello from the Other Side or whatever that song is actually called. Like, it's like the same chord progression, or like how Pumped Up Kicks is Mad World. Like, it's the same chord progression. Oh. And so like, once I memorize one of those big chord progressions, and I can hear it, I'm like, oh, that's that. Or like, a really dumb one's like, and it's because it's kind of a rip-off, is like, in the middle of Green Day's 21 Guns, they just play the Full House theme saxophone solo. Yeah, it's Full House. Yeah. But so I had big problems of finding like, this all so nothing. And like, I think there's only a few bands that have kind of broken that up. Like, my wife's a big fan of Florence and the Machine, and like, years ago, if you would put that in front of me, I'd be like, nah. Like, I want something like out there. But then like, now that like, just since it's playing, I can hear it, and I'm like, okay, I can pick out and hear these different things that I like. And like, okay, I've come around, like, I can call myself, like, I would casually listen to Florence and the Machine. It doesn't make me angry to listen to. Like, but there's some stuff, like, it's just like, like, you turn on the radio, and I'm like, this is the same song again. Yes. So, yeah, I think theming is big.
Yeah. I'm playing a wedding gig in a couple of weeks, and I'm playing, like, just, like, pop songs from, like, all the way from the 60s up to, like, this decade, and like a lot of them are very bland and very boring, but like they're fun to play, so I'm excited to do so. But
I think it's fun at my wedding how my wife, like, I had not because I didn't have the option, but my wife pretty much at the wedding set up all the music playlists, and like there was some modern like poppy stuff that was kind of fun. Some we took out, but it all ended up being like jazz songs and like stuff from Motown, and I was just like, good job. Like, thank you for not picking the same like 4 songs. Yeah.
But like, there are some artists that are trying to break that, and it's like, oh no, it's not just an album. It's there's a concept, there's a story, there's something here.
Concept albums have really picked up. And like, I'm so happy for it. It's competition, but it in one way, but which is kind of fun. But it's also like, an album's just an expensive business card. So that's, I mean, I sold over 100 copies of Heart of the Juggernaut, but like, I think like I gave out like, has to be like at least plus that like 75 to 80 of them. Just like,
yeah.
like take this download card, just take this physical one because no one's buying it. Just take this, please. That's why like the developers when I played XPO and Tulsa last year, like how I had no idea I was talking to the lead like music director from BioShock and BioShock Infinite. I had no idea I was talking to him. I was just talking to this guy who made music for this and did sound design for this one game, and I was really into his game, which was Perception. And we were talking and like everything like that. I was like, just because I was there early, I was like, this game is really cool. I kind of like this. Like I like how you did this. Like, and because I'm a sound guy too, I was going through and like finding all these like different things and how it was all set up. And he thought it was really cool. We just started talking about that. I was like, what have you worked on before? He's like, oh, I did BioShock and BioShock 2 and BioShock Infinite. I was like, huh.
Yeah.
Hey, I do music too. And that was just, it was really fun.
Yeah.
I gave him my stuff and he's listened to it and he's since emailed me and been like, no, I really enjoyed this. And he watched part of the show.
Wow.
And just because I did a show there and he was just like, this is really cool. And I was like, okay, you keep this email and you email me when you have projects you need some like bleep bloops or something for and I can help you. But I'll do it I'll do it for free. At this point, it's like, yeah, just get my name on something fun. But yeah, theming's been coming up. I notice a lot of people, it's like, it's not just a show, it's this. It's not just an album, it's this. It's not just playing my instrument, I'm also doing this.
Yeah, and I've been listening to quite a bit of rap lately, actually. But like, the one that I've really been getting into is clipping.
Okay.
Clipping is a trio, I guess. One rapper and two producers.
Okay.
And after their first album, the rapper doesn't rap in first person, which is really difficult to do in rap because it's so egocentric.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so
it's all about your personal story.
Yeah. And so rather than be like, oh, look how awesome I am, look at all these bitches that I'm getting, look at all this money that I'm getting.
The cliche, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, instead it turned into, hey, we're telling this story or giving these vignettes about what it's like to live in the hood. Yeah. And rather than romanticize it, they're just kind of telling it how it is. And it's like, yeah, you're going to go out and sell drugs and, like, kill people or whatever, but whenever you get pulled over by a cop, you're going to die, and no one's going to care. And that's, like...
something more real, yeah.
Yeah, and rather than go, look at how awesome I am, look, I had to work really hard to get to where I am, it's more, hey, people have it rough out here, and, you know, it's not all...
something that's tangible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then with their third album... it just went complete concept, and it's set in the future, and this like spaceship is transporting slaves, and one of the slaves escapes and commandeers the ship, and the onboard AI of the ship falls in love with him.
Okay, that I'm into.
Yeah.
That I'm way into. I'll need to, like, write that down.
But yeah, it's called Splendor and Misery.
Okay. Because it's the same thing with, like, hip-hop. And we can be topical because what's coming out now is the new Childish Gambino video.
Yeah.
Because, like, I heard the song before I saw the video.
Oh.
And that was the big hiccup. Because that song on its own, as much as, like...
It's not that great.
No, it's not. It's a really lackluster song. It sounds...
It's mumble rap. It's basic mumble rap.
Yeah, it is. And that drives me nuts. It drives me... And I was like, why is this guy who is so insanely talented, who did hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, he's Lando fucking Calrissian.
Yeah.
And, like, why is he putting this out? And then I saw the video. I was like, oh... Yeah. It's on purpose.
Yes.
And I didn't get that for like the first, like, I was like, why am I not into this song? Like, why do I not, like that? It hurts. Like,
yeah.
I was like, it was like losing the Misfits all over again. It was just like, oh my God, like why am I? And then I watched it, I was like, okay, so it's bad on purpose. You have to see the video, which is a great artistic choice and also obnoxious, but like there's some people who just take it for what it is. But like, and I was like, okay, so there's symbolism throughout the video. And then at first when I saw snippets of the video before and this is another big thing. I saw snippets of the video without audio before I watched it.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he's just doing the same dances.
Yeah.
And it's because I also have the same problem of recognizing patterns when I watch like pop culture. It's like, how many people can do the same dance to the same song to the same? Oh, someone invented a new like dance was just like this thing, and we're just gonna add that in. It's the whip and the nay nay all over again, which was the Soldier Boy beforehand, which was like.
Yeah.
I don't know what was.
Yeah, but over time you gather up a whole list of dance moves that you can actually dance eventually.
A whole 8 dances, and you do them, and then put it and make weird videos where you go dressed as Power Rangers, and like a lot of them are funny, and a lot of them are, and like some of those dances like make me laugh, and they're just stupid looking.
Yeah, but we take those dances and we win skits with them. So.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. They're hilarious to look at, but then I wanted to watch the whole thing. I'm like, oh, it's a painting. It's not these separate things. Because like the music video, like I would love to make a music video, but like
nobody makes money off of.
No one makes money off of them. No one makes money off of music videos. No, like if I put out a music video, like a whole like 30 people would care.
Right. But yeah, and the thing about This Is America is that like you do have to take the whole thing.
Yeah,
as a
you
thing.
have to, each the sum of its parts makes a better thing than its like bits. So yeah, that whole talk of theming.
Yeah, like his face, like just
he's got a good face.
The craziness in the eyes is
which is so funny because I knew Donald Glover like eons before Childish Gambino and all stuff because he was a skit actor on a website called Derek Comedy. And me and my friends would watch these skits. Like when I was in 8th grade, when he was probably like early high school, and was doing these stupid skits of like, and like you could totally see the same kind of acting is all there.
Yeah,
and like they shows up and he's like the normal kid named Jerry. And he shows up and he just like shits his pants in class, shits his pants, and then leaves and comes back with a hat on backwards, crying, pretending to be a totally different person, and he's like, hi, I'm Ryan. I'm the new kid. I like to skateboard. Is that my seat? I heard your other kid pooped his pants. What an idiot. Like, and stuff like that. He's just hilarious. And I've been watching him, like, over these years. And all of a sudden, like, I didn't see him for a while after they did the Mystery Team movie, which was hilarious to me. And which is a movie that, like, I think is criminally underrated.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's the Derek Comedy guys. And they did a movie called The Mystery Team, which is like they're high school guys going into college, but they kind of have these dumb attitudes of like the mystery solving children. Okay. So it's like Donald Glover plays, I forget all the names, it's been years since I've seen it, but he plays the kid who's the master of disguise, and the other friend who's the smart one, and then there's Jerry, the strongest kid in town, who's this kid who thinks he's super strong and a jock, but like all the jocks beat him up and hate him, and he's like weak and like they're all dumb and they all do this like, and it's, you can look it up, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or whatever. They had it on Netflix for a long time, but it's one of his it's one of the best comedy movies I've seen, and it makes me laugh every time. But I've been watching him, it's like I saw him do that, and then he went away for a while, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, by the way, I put out a rap album that's like critically acclaimed, and here's all this stuff. Oh yeah, now I'm Lando Calrissian. It's like, dude, what do you like? Do you sleep?
Well, no, because he wrote on 30 Rock, and then he was in Community, and also like I think wrote some stuff on Community as well, and then
the key to success is never sleeping.
Yeah.
Just always work.
And so like, but the thing that also people don't get about Childish Gambino is that he had like mixtapes, and then his first album Camp, which like nobody really cared about. And his mixtapes, like his first mixtape was not good.
Oh no,
it was Sick Boy, and he had like a character voice of like a stuffy nose or whatever. It was
just trying
like,
concepts.
Yeah, but like. And then because the internet came out and there's this whole concept album, he has screenplay attached to it, and like, so yeah, it takes time for. I guess he was just trying to master what music was, as he
Yeah.
was already mastering like acting and comedy and everything else, because he just can't master one thing. He's got to conquer everything.
And he deserves it. He does.
Yeah.
So it goes back to that whole, and you notice this now in like, I guess this is a weird thought, because you notice this now in like media consumption, which I've also become very fatigued with media consumption.
Yeah.
Like my buying of video games has drastically, like I just bought Mario Odyssey, which I used to back when I worked at GameStop, and like that marketing was like yelled in my ear every 10 minutes. You know, I was like, this new game's coming out. I gotta get that, beat it. Gotta get this, gotta get that. And now I still haven't seen Infinity War. I'll see it when I see it. And like, it's to the point now, it's just like, leave me alone. Like if one movie came out a year, one game came out a year, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
And it's just like, everything, because I'm trying to write and do my music and all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, I have these games I want to play, because like video games are a big inspiration of mine.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, so like I feel, it almost feels bad like I'm not playing them, because it's such a huge part of my life that I'm just not doing. But then like I play for a while and I'm just like, okay. And like and I think that's healthy. But it's just like now with media consumption, it's like, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
So it's this whole roundabout of now nothing can just be a thing. Like it's the toy has to be the cartoon, has to be the movie, has to be the album has to be the story, has to be and that, I guess it could sound hypocritical coming from I'm making BroQuest, which is a stage show like voice acted script, chiptune, weird album, because I can't just make one thing. So I get if it's like the artistic plug, but it's also like everything has to have its multiple thing.
But that's it's a difficult thing in today's age, whenever nothing can just be a thing anymore. Because now it's oversaturated, and just one thing will not make it through.
It won't do anything.
The noise.
Which is why the big question that I keep asking, like, what is the point of just like, because like and I say this, prefacing my phrases, because everyone can get, because there's so many individuals that you can't like say one thing without like a percentage being upset. I know a lot of singer-songwriters. I love a lot of them. I know like I'll throw out an example, like my friend Jessica Herring, who I think is one of, I would argue with anyone in this state, she's one of the best singers I've ever met, and I don't know how she's not like making $1 million, because she's one of the best singers I know. And she does a lot of singer-songwriter stuff. Yeah. And she's happy doing that, and that's fine. Yeah. She writes great songs. She and I would do Skype stuff or FaceTime over the phone, because she would ask me like questions on, like, she was trying to teach herself guitar stuff, because she's a piano player, and she's trying to learn a lot of her guitar stuff. She's gotten a lot better. I just don't know how people are content writing these singer-songwriter stuff. Like, I just don't get it. And that's probably just because maybe my own artistic perspective, and maybe, I don't want to say I take the music more seriously than like someone who is just like fine playing like their acoustic guitar with a loop station and singing a song about like their arguably like skewed like perception of like the traditional singer-songwriter, like it's all about love, it's all about breakups, and then you have the quirky fun one, you know, and like there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't know how people are content. I don't get it. Yeah, I can't. I don't write love songs. I've tried. I can't either.
And like I've been with Sable for 8 years. Like, I know what love is. But like I just can't get myself to make it not sound like everything you've already heard.
Yeah, because they've already, because the math problems have figured out. It's already been we've because you have only like 7 notes and 12 keys and their perspective sharps and flats. Mathematically speaking, every song's been written. There's nothing I can write that hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that because if it's impossible, it's impossible. So it's all about repurposing the same things over and over and over again. Like the Quest song has the stereotypical pop chorus on purpose, and it fits. It's fun. And that's the point. And it's because the love song has been so done from, still going now. Mm-hmm. But granted, like, you can look and see how the pop music's kind of devolved into this like same thing since like probably like 89. It's kind of just been like, okay, we got it.
Yeah.
Like 60s and 70s. Like, look at like
the year 1989 or Taylor Swift's album.
I didn't think of that. Probably the year. But like, because we had like the big like pop boom of like the 90s of like pop songs, like the big, like the boy bands. Mm-hmm. Like, we had that coming out of like the bluesy R&B section, and how can we package that and make it still sex, but like family okayed sex. And that's eventually like become bigger. But like, you look at songs like Teenager in Love and Earth Angel and all that stuff, and those are the exact same chord progressions. Yeah. Look at the Ink Spots, which are one of my favorite, and the concept of the Ink Spots was just a bunch of black guys in white suits, and they call themselves the Ink Spots. Like, okay. And they're like, not even just Earth on Fire, like what they did for Fallout. Like Fallout 3, that's the Ink Spots, yeah. They have 5 songs that are the same setup, same like structure, same chords, different words. And like their song "Maybe You'll Think of Me," which was in New Vegas, I think. It was either in New Vegas I think it was in New Vegas, and then previously, which Set the World on Fire, Catch the World on Fire, whatever that title is. It's like the same setup. Yeah. It even has the same thing with the lead vocalist guy or one of the guys stopping in the song, and all the guys just do the oohs and ahs in the background while the guy says the verse again. Yeah. And so it's like, okay, so they've been doing this for a long, long time. They got the math figured out, but then we got the package. So love songs now, it's all going to sound the same because it's so ingrained. Like you can make love songs different once you're used to the genre, because at that point, once you have the thing of like it's just words, if you can get the feeling in another genre, that's how you turn it on its head. Yeah. How can I make a black metal love song? And
that is really what I've been seeing in that, like, there's I have this hypothesis about how art evolves over time. And once the art acknowledges itself, the medium is pretty much done evolving. It can still make other iterations among the other branches, but the medium itself, once it has acknowledged itself, it sort of can't go beyond that point.
You then have to like add a new element to it to make it something totally different, or
right. So like, the best way that I can explain it, and you're a meme lord as well, so with memes, once the meme has the meme itself contained within it, it's like, all right, the meme is dead. Yeah. Or until, like, I don't know, BuzzFeed shares a thing, then the meme is dead. But that's a different kind of death. Yeah. But like with the guy looking at the other girl while like his girlfriend.
Yeah, because like, you see those same beams again. Yeah. It's the car turning. It's the door opening. It's
right. But like, once that guy's like the picture on his chest is like himself again or something, like then it's like, all right, we can't do anything else funny with this meme. Like, there's other contexts that it can be funny in, but like once it has reached that point, it's like that meme can't do anything else.
Yeah, it can't.
And so music kind of hit that point in the 20th century, like it was nearing the end of its evolution with 12 tone, because then it was like functional harmony, get out of here. We just like we're gonna systematically make it to where no notes are comfortable. There's no home note. This is how we're doing music. This is the future.
Yeah.
And Schoenberg thought like, oh yeah, people are going to be singing like 12-tone nursery rhymes to their kids. This is the future.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
No.
But
because babies don't care about flat 5.
But then you get like the rebellion on that, which was like minimalism, and then John Cage is like, you know what? No music. 433. And like the music is not music, but it is music. Which
full circle again. Flyshacker made us write a paper on that. 433. I turned in a blank piece of paper, and I got an A on it, and it made me so angry. It made me so angry that I could do that. And
but like.
And of course, back
you got it. Like, you got the point.
Yeah, no, I totally got the point. And ACM definitely, like, and it wasn't ACM that pushed me, it was the people around me, specifically like Joe and like my bass guys pushed these different ideas. I was very, in that point in time, we talked about in the last podcast, at that point in time, I was very angry. I didn't like myself very much. Mm-hmm. I was very anxious. I was depressed. And I was in a very crappy, engaged relationship that was verbally and physically abusive, and it was not a good time. And so naturally when I saw that stuff, being this guy who's playing in a punk band, grew up in punk and metal and all this stuff, it's like that stuff made me angry, because I'm like, I work hard to make my stuff, and yeah, some of my stuff's only 4 or 5 chords. Like, I work hard to learn this. I'm here putting myself on the line to do this, and I can't afford this school. And then this piece is famous, and all I literally did was sit there. That's stupid. That's insulting. And it shouldn't be allowed. And I still have thoughts like that on certain things. I get the point of what he was doing, and I get it now, and I think now that I've like kind of broadened my horizons a little bit, I can appreciate that a little bit. I still am not a fan.
Right. Well, 433 was the death of music.
You really think so?
Within my art evolution hypothesis.
Yeah.
And like, if Tokyo and Tulsa approves my panel, I'm doing a meme philosophy panel at Tokyo and Tulsa, and I'm going to give this thesis. Yeah. But like,
that's great.
With the context of this hypothesis that once the art acknowledges itself, it can't progress any further. Yeah. And so the only way to progress is to just expand on what was previously iterated on.
Take tropes and turn them on their head.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, I don't necessarily mean that, like, literally, like, or even so much figuratively that 433 was the death of music, but it was the last step in the evolution. And once the art had acknowledged itself, it's like, all right, this is the last step that music can take. What else can we do now?
Yeah.
And so then people go to
I'm using
electronics.
I'm using a 1989 Game Boy to make prog rock, which already exists, and like it's taking the same thing and like turning it on its head.
And so that's the thing. Like, you can't progress past 433, but you can expand disparate genres, take 2 genres, 3 genres, 4, like, and then expand upon that, and then that'll create a new style, and then you can take that style and mix it with other styles, and so that makes
the ever expanding amoeba. Of
that's the
in a contained space.
That's Hegel's dialectic, and that's something more philosophy.
No, that actually makes a lot of sense. And that does make a lot of sense, and like, God, meme philosophy. That's so funny. And like the only reason why I've been posting all those memes is because it's the only way Facebook will like let me do a show. Mm-hmm. So and like besides you, I actually have friends who are like, oh yeah, you're playing on the 20th. I was like, yeah. Yeah, now you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know I'm playing a show on the 20th. You know where it is. You know the address.
Yeah.
So the only reason why you're not going is because you just don't want to, which I can accept.
Sure. What day is that on?
The 20th.
Well, no, the date. Like the Monday, Thursday, whatever.
I don't know that part. I should probably leave that. I can make a meme about what day it's on. Right.
Yeah, because that is important to people.
I think it's a weekend. I'm 90% sure it's a weekend. It's a Sunday.
Okay.
It is, yeah. 2 Sundays.
Which, I mean, what are you doing on a Sunday? Like
getting ready to go to.
Well, not you, but like the listener. Like, what are you doing on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Like,
we're going to Chick-fil-A? Don't think so.
Yeah. You're not going to Chick-fil-A. You probably shouldn't be going to Chick-fil-A anyways because they still fund charities that hate gay people. So, I'm like low-key, now high-key apparently, publicly boycotting Chick-fil-A. But
I think my wife and I have gone a couple times and it's just like, we're hungry, it's right there. But it's all like and only if it's not crowded. Like, because every time we get, why is Chick-fil-A always crowded? It's not even that good a chicken.
No, like it's really good food. Like I'm not boycotting Chick-fil-A because it's bad food.
No, I know.
I'm boycotting Chick-fil-A because they actually have shady business practices that don't support gay people if they're Christian, whatever. But
yeah,
yeah. So you're not going to Chick-fil-A on Sunday. You're not working at Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
The only place to work.
Yeah.
No, yeah, totally. Go to the show on Sunday because it's not even just because we're it's just me playing. It's my favorite local band is playing and I'm playing with them, which is Crowbone, and because Walter's in it and me and Walter are in the same school together. Walter's one of my favorite bass players I've ever met. Mikey, their guitar player, he and I are like two. What's that? Like we're cut from the same cloth. It's
both your names are Mikey. So.
That too. Like we have the same name and we both write fantasy stories and like the same kind of stuff. And like he and I like bounce stuff back and forth all the time. Like I'm like, what if this? He's like, this would happen. I'm like, okay, well then this would happen. He's like, well, what if this? And like we'll do that to each other a lot. And I've sent him my stories and he sent me his and we've read stuff back and forth. And Sherman's been Walter's friend for a long time. And I met Sherman at ACM and Sherman's one of the most fun drummers I've ever played with. And they do a power trio, which is one of my favorite band setups, and they're playing one of my favorite genres. And they took the same genre that I love and turned it on its head, which is what we were talking about, which is kind of fun. Yeah. It's like and when I got the album, I was like, it's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. He's like, it's not. It's very rock and roll, but it's not rock. They describe it as like caveman party rock. Okay. Which
I like that.
And so you guys should...
Not LMFAO party rock, though.
LARPing my fucking ass off? Yeah. If I ever wanted to do a tour with this band, that's what I wanted to call it. The LMFAO tour. No, it's just like...
Try not to get sued.
Try. What are they going to do?
Sue you.
Yeah, probably. But I'm not big enough for them to sue me.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially if I did we did here, Texas, Arkansas, home, but it's
also is LMFAO still doing things?
I don't even know.
They probably party rocked themselves to death and
they remixed it 20 times and then called it a day.
Yeah,
but it's it's like I said, it's caveman party rock in the sense of you listen to it. It's still they do a story concept too, and they don't outright fully tell you, but Mikey writes stories and puts that together, and then G-Wiz is playing, and I've played with her a couple of times, I played with her once. It was at North Music Fest last year, not this last one. She played just before me, and she was great. All the crowd loved her and did all the stuff, and as soon as she was gone, everyone left. Yeah. And I was like, well, I'll play for Nathan, and my, at the time, girlfriend and Walter were there and stuff like that. And it was fun. And I'm nervous with small crowds. I'm not as nervous with big crowds. Yeah. The bigger the crowd, the more faces there are, the more it blurs together.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I'm never going to see any of you again. I can do whatever I want up here. Yeah. But then it's like, hi, mom and girlfriend and best friend. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, exactly. That's why my mom, I think, has come to 2 of my shows in my entire life. Oh. She went to one when I was in a punk band. She's just like, that was great. And then she came to, I think, one of my orchestra performances, and that's it.
Are punk bands great, though? Is that a compliment that you should say to a punk band?
I mean, I would.
It was like, oh, yeah, that was
It was great.
That was like, you know.
Well,
It's like, that made me feel nice feelings. Like, were we in the same show? Because I was smashing things.
I was wearing skeleton face paint and throwing guts on my butt.
Yeah.
It was that was a fun time. And I've always been this showman with massive amounts of stage fright. That's been so.
The more blood there is, the less I could actually share my actual blood.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like that's why I'm so happy to play with Crowbone is because like it's we mesh so well together, and then G-Wiz is this fun like not exactly chiptune. She's definitely in that scene kinda. At least I've seen her around that stuff. But very like synth poppy, and she plays bass, and so I'm like, oh, we're good.
And all these good basses.
She's great, and Electra's putting on the show, and it's always fun. So
it's all a long-winded way of saying go see Metroid Myk
and
Crowbone
and G-Wiz
on May 20th
at Sauced
at Sauced on Paseo, which I love that place. So.
I think it's where I believe I did my bass jury at Sauce.
That's interesting.
Because Joe's idea was, hey, you're final, and I'm going to be grading you on these criteria, but I'm grading you on these criteria, but if you're bad enough, you're failing. Joe was very like, you know everything and you can do everything, so if you mess it up, that's on you, and you have to do this over.
Yeah.
And he. It was like you got 5 to 7 minutes of just you and a bass, and whatever you want to add to it on your own, but it's just you and a bass. Go.
Yeah.
And I originally wanted to do a video game melody and tried to figure all this out, and Joe was just like, yeah, you're not going to figure this out in time. He was like, pick one that you really, really like. I was like, okay. And I picked the theme for Donkey Kong Country because it's one of my favorite. It's only like maybe 30 seconds. And he's just like, yeah, hey, let's jazz chord this out. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I still have that memorized. I can still play that like, my eyes closed. And I do it every now and then just to be like, everyone's like, hey, just do something jazzy. I play Donkey Kong Country like every time. Because then I can whistle it and then people recognize it. So it was, I did it through like once really slow, and then once with kind of a half melody with everything and chording. And then I had to do it with a kazoo while playing it because Joe told me if there was a single, and I'm sure he meant it jokingly, but because of my brain, I took it very, very literally. He said if one person wasn't laughing, he would fail me. So I said, okay. So I was just like I was just like into it, and like
it's amazing,
and it worked. I got an A, and it was I just played Donkey Kong Country at Sauce. Like
it was very great. I love that. This is usually the part where I say plug your stuff, but we just did.
Crash Course. You can go see me on the 20th. My Twitter handle is @TheNerdViking, and I post. I link my Instagram stories there, so you can find those there. Most of the time, it's just the links. My Instagram is just Metroyd Myk. I have a personal Facebook page of Metroyd Myk, even though Facebook won't show it to you half the time.
You can send invites to freaking everyone to like your page. It's really awkward to do.
I do it anyway. Just do it. It's like I have 600. It's like 800 friends on here, and 600 of you like the page. So there's like a good chunk of you who just haven't done it. So do it again. Definitely follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I post a lot on my personal Facebook, but definitely for Metroid Myk stuff. If you want all the stories, Anastasis of Kings, I post like stuff for that on my Twitter, and definitely my Instagram. I post a lot of that, and sound clips when we're working on the studio for working with BroQuest, which is the album, not the band name, Walter. He apologized for that. He said on the podcast that they did, they haven't released it, he called the band BroQuest. It's fine, so I've been referring to it. Sure. So BroQuest is coming. It just takes a long time to completely work your stuff from the ground up into a different genre. But yeah, that's the big thing I would tell you is just follow my stuff there. I'm approachable. I do conventions. So if you want weird stuff at conventions, I do those, and you can completely talk to me.
Yeah.
I got fun stories, and I will talk to you all day about weird music stuff as long as you don't mind weird opinions.
Yeah. No, Mikey's a gentle giant, a lovable, intimidating figure, but lovable. A big man with a big beard and a bunch of tattoos, and it's like, you're the best.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's a hashtag listen to Metroyd Myk.
That fun chestnut. That's still, I'm the one who uses it. I tried to make it a meme and it didn't work.
It memed in the comments.
Yeah, because there was that time I saw it on my history stuff beforehand. I would post these weird things I saw, and then post the hashtag underneath it. And you got underneath it like, are these really happening? And it was stuff I was actually seeing because I take time to pay attention to what's around me, especially since I'm around for work. I see weird stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like that weird karate sign I saw, and like the hookers like talking about other stories. But yeah, just that I tried it. It was a meme for a while and it didn't work. It died.
We can keep it going. Anyways, since there wasn't an introduction to the podcast, I'm sure you know that I'm Santiago Ramones.
I'm Metroyd Myk.
You can find all the stuff that I do on my website, santiagoramones.com. There's music there. There's this podcast. You can download and comment and leave reviews on Apple Podcasts. You can listen to it on Stitcher or on YouTube. I don't know who actually uses Stitcher, but...
I don't use Stitcher. I know the weird thing I see people do podcasts on Spotify.
Yeah. I tried. They never got back to me. But
oh, and as a last minute plug, because he's been very nice to me, and because he's actually listened to my stuff, one of my favorite comic writers and podcast people, which I would recommend to you as well, is Aubrey Sitterson. He does, the most important one is Scald. Skald. And this is a side tangent. You can put this in here and whatever you want to do with it. Scald is what helped me, inspired me to, I don't know why, I think it just like got me pumped when I was listening to it, but it inspired me to get more into weightlifting. It inspired me to, and not originally write, because originally I tried writing something and it got so tropey and I deleted it, essentially. I got rid of the computer, so I don't have it anymore. And then it definitely got me into writing fantasy, and definitely got me like, not a lot of people don't listen to like essentially audiobooks while lifting weights. He did Skull, which is a low fantasy sword and sorcery ongoing serial. I think he's got to be close to like 200 episodes now.
Dang, yeah.
And that's Skull. He also did Straight Shoot, which is his wrestling podcast. He used to be part of the WWE marketing, and now he does strictly, I think, independent because WWE doesn't need help with anything.
Yeah.
And that's another big thing is like a lot of the stuff I try to find is a lot of what narratives I speak in. Pro wrestlers. Like I study the shit out of pro wrestlers because they're the best. If you want to act, like look at like The Rock, John Cena. Sadly, Chris Benoit. Oh, that's a very sad story.
We're at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, we're at the end of the podcast. I can tell you post this. But no, Aubrey Sitterson, listen to his stuff, aubreysitterson.com, or just the Scald podcast, Skald. If you're a fan of like Robert E. Howard's Conan, very like magic entering the like tangible world, things like that, which is low fantasy. Very gory, very brutal, very like, but also said poetically. And it's also what I wanted and the Size to originally be as like a podcast of just me and my voice telling you a story.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. His podcast it's just his voice in one take.
Nice.
For 45 minutes. And it's amazing. So I'll plug that as well.
Yeah. But yeah, listen to that. Listen to Metroyd Myk. I'm Santiago Ramones. Is there anything else that I need to plug? You can find my music on my website, and you can download it or stream it through SoundCloud or Bandcamp. Leave reviews, comment, and I always end my podcast with my 3 things. Those three things shape my life philosophy. Those 3 things are: love never fails, it's going to be okay, I might be wrong.